Welcome back to another episode of Motogp Mac, and today we're going to talk about some of the updates that Yamaha brought to the Sepang test. Now, as we know, Yamaha have the same sort of concessions that Honda have, meaning they could run race riders and test riders during the shakedown test. And to be fair, I was getting pretty worried when I saw for majority of these sessions, they were running the old Aero. Now, I get it, they were testing engine and electronics, and they were using the old Aero maybe as a baseline, but Crutchlow did come out and kind of show us where and the direction that Yamaha were going, and here we can see a couple of interesting things. Firstly, you can see that the front wing is very, very different, and you can see it's really like an Aprilia type front wing, which, to be fair, is kind of outdated now, if you know what I mean. Aprilia have moved on to a next level of it, having run that type of wing for 2 years. You can also see the side wing on the side of the fairing is a little bit different to the type that they were running. Now, they're not actually running that anymore. They're just running the front Aero wing with the downward ducts, as you can see here. But I suppose for me, one of the main areas where they were working on was on the rear end of the bike. And you can see that it has changed drastically compared to what it once was. It definitely looks like from the side there's a couple of things going on. Firstly, you can see there is an air inlet, and that air does exit towards the back of the rear cowling. Also, it does look more square in shape, and I would believe they are putting some sort of damper within there, or salad box, whatever you want to call it. And also you can see the rear wing. Now you can see right at the back edge of the wing that there is a gurney flap there, and that's what really does help create the downforce off of that wing. But here is more images of how that wing is set up, and you can see areas there where the air would come out from that wing. I do believe it is pretty interesting what Yamaha have done. I do believe Bartoloni has touched every part of that bike. Now, if I'm very honest, I think, they're only scratching the surface. Yamaha were quite happy with how the test went. Speed trap, I never really take speeds or top speeds into account. What it doesn't say in the speed traps is, did they make turn one? So I take it with a pinch of salt. They were very happy though with their pace, how things are going. They definitely have ground still to make up, and they've openly said that. And one lap pace is definitely still a concern for Yamaha. But they are addressing their weaker points, which is aerodynamics. They're still a little bit out of date in my view, but they have, especially with the rear cowl, they have something very different where those air intakes are going from anyone else. Now, could that be that they're trying to cool some electronics that could be sitting in there? I genuinely don't know, but it is definitely interesting to see that Yamaha are now focusing on Aero. And as I've said many, many times, the pressure is on Honda and Yamaha this season to close that gap. But I definitely love to know your thoughts. What do you think of the updates that Yamaha brought to the test? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.